Hello everybody, it's Pizzscn here, and today I'm actually going to be doing a cubing related video. I haven't done a cube related video in a while, and one of the main reasons is because there's been a minor inconvenience. I kind of broke my Rubik's Cube. I was obviously solving it, hence the fact that it's in the scrambled position. I was solving it at school and I dropped it on my way outside, and the top centerpiece broke off. I apologize, the lighting in here isn't very good, but if I had this light turned on, you'd get a lot of backlight. Or I'm not sure, but I'm just going to leave it off just in case. So, this is going to be a video based on the Rubik's Touch Cube. I don't have one, but I saw a review from Thrawst. If you want to know, it's an unboxing / review. He never actually got finished with the unboxing because he accidentally turned it on while he was in the process, and he immediately got to the Touch Cube. He didn't actually finish the unboxing. But anyway, link to that video is in the description if you're interested. So I'm just going to be listing my thoughts. Now, first of all, I went on the Rubik's website to see if I could get some information about it for this video. But if you look at the website here, it's not the main thing. It's not the main focus. I don't know if you can see it, but go to Rubiks.com and go take a look for yourself. It's not exactly the first thing you see. Rubik's Touch Cube information is located pretty much in the last place you would look. Well, I mean, it's in perfect view, but it's right there where my finger is. See where my finger is? It's right there. So it's kind of not exactly in the... Whoa, stop. Don't do it. If you click on it, if you click on the little arrow, you'll be brought to just a quick little description about it. It actually absolutely has nothing really explained about the specs, but I went on Google and I found a review by PC Magazine, and I'm going to kind of go through here and see if I can find some specs for you. They say it uses an iPhone-like swipe, which I guess is true. It doesn't exactly have any specs on it, but yeah, no specs on it. So if I can find some specs, I'll list some of them in the description. I have no idea if it has capacitive or resistive touchscreens. My thinking is it would have capacitive. I don't know why. My thinking is that it would be capacitive. But given the fact that it's only $50, it probably has resistive. Because capacitive is a pretty expensive technology, I think. If you don't know the difference between capacitive and resistive, if you have a Nintendo DS, the touchscreen on that is resistive. Because resistive touchscreens are stylus friendly. Basically, a resistive touchscreen is, it's like you got the screen and then you got one layer, and then on top of the screen you have this one layer that's conductive, and then like a millimeter above that it's suspended. There's a second layer that's also conductive, and when you touch the screen, you push those two layers together, and they make a connection at a specific coordinate on the screen, and it registers a touch wherever the touch is located. And those are the screens that you'd use with a stylus. Now, capacitive is actually what I have right here. This is a capacitive touchscreen device. It's glass. Like, this is a glass touchscreen, but it registers touch through electrical signals from my finger. So I can take my finger, and whenever I touch it, the electrical signals, if you can see it, I'm sorry, are registering the touch, and I can actually do it. If I had a credit card or something on top of this screen, I could actually still use it because the electrical signals could go through it. That's not true for like resistive touchscreens, though. It'd probably just cause it to freak out. And capacitive touchscreens are generally more responsive than resistive touchscreens. So yeah, but given the fact that the Rubik's Touch Cube is only $50, I would think it would have resistive touch sensitivity on it, because that's fairly cheaper than capacitive. Also, something that you would never expect, the Rubik's Touch Cube has an accelerometer in it, and I don't know why Rubik's put an accelerometer in it. why would you want to put an accelerometer in the touch cube? What this accelerometer is basically doing is I think Rubik's was meaning for it to be a benefit, but it looks like it's more of an annoyance than a benefit. Basically what the accelerometer is allowing is it makes the top layer the only layer that is functional. All the other layers are not functional. I guess it's so that way you can hold it without it thinking that you're touching a lot of other stuff. I mean, I really don't know. It's a little strange. You can only operate the top layer, and if you want to turn the top layer, you kind of have to do a weird diagonal swipe, which according to Thrawst isn't very responsive at all. In fact, it rarely works the first time you do it. It's a little like you'd think if you want... Here, I'll just use this as an example. If you wanted to do a U-turn, you'd think you would have to swipe like that. But since there's an accelerometer in it, it doesn't exactly work. So in order to do it, you have to kind of do that, or like that, like a diagonal swipe, and it's not always responsive. And of course, if you wanted to turn like the front layer, I guess this would be the front layer too. You'd have to do something like that to turn the front layer, and yeah, it's all weird. Yeah, it's obviously not complete yet either. It's got a ton of bugs. I think Rubik's might have released it a little too soon. They announced it last year. These bugs, I don't know if they just announced it and forgot about it. I mean, because heck, I mean, Rubik's kinda, there's still a lot of bugs in there. If you take a look at the video if you take a look at Thrawst's review, which is again in the description, you'll notice that when he pushes the solve button, it does have actually buttons on it. I think they might be touch sensitive, but I'm not sure if they're touch sensitive or if they're actually physical buttons like on the Rubik's Revolution. They're in the center. They're in the center pieces spots, like where the centers are. Yeah. Let me see here. So yeah, that's kind of weird that when he pushes the solve button, it actually does something way too complicated. Apparently, it has something that's called a... I don't remember what you call it. I forgot all the algorithm names. I haven't cubed it forever. But it just does something over and over and over again until it finally solves it. It's a little overcomplicated. You can go check out the video. You'll see it. It's actually pretty funny to watch. But it's underdone. It's definitely not complete yet, and Rubik's released it a little too early, in my opinion. Let's see. So, if they made a second version, what would I want there to be? First of all, there should be, like, probably a capacitive touchscreen if there's not one already. Even though it would increase the price, the accelerometer probably increases the price as well. So they should put a capacitive touchscreen on it and remove the accelerometer, and it probably would even out a little bit, but you're talking about 6 capacitive touchscreens. 6 of them. So that would be a bit of a problem. Yeah, I don't know. But I was always picturing it having capacitive. Let's see, but the accelerometer needs to go away. And it needs to be multi-touch. Definitely multi-touch. So that way you can get rid of the... Because when you're holding a cube, you're touching it all over the place. If it had multi-touch, then it would know that you're holding it, but it would only do stuff when the user actually swiped. So like whenever it detected a swipe instead of just a touching, it would then do it. I think a multi-touch interface would be a much better experience. Seriously. Then you'd actually be able to flick like that to do that, rather than having to do that to do that, or whatever. So I think a multi-touch interface is definitely essential. I don't know why Rubik's didn't do that in the first place, but they didn't. So actually that's about it. Also the bugs need to be worked out. Anyway, I believe that is it. Rubik's Touch Cube, as of now I have to give it a 2 out of 5. Just because it's not complete. It needs to have multi-touch and it needs to have the bugs worked out, and it also needs to probably be a little more responsive. So that's about it, guys. Thanks for watching. I would say it is worth $50 though. I was expecting it to be $100, but it looks like, you know, it's worth $50 because it's just not complete yet. So thanks for watching, guys. I do not recommend you get it yet. Wait till Rubik's does more stuff to it and probably releases a version 2. You can get it though just as a little $50 lamp if you want to. That's what Thrawst suggested. So thanks for watching and adios. Yeah. Bye. That was weird. Bye. Bye.